Hello, everyone, and thank you for joining the Email Booster Pack Overview webinar. My name is India, and I'm the Product Services Trainer here at iContact, and I'll be your instructor today. I'd like to go over the agenda now with you. During this presentation, I'll tell you all about the features available in your Email Booster Pack and how to use them. This includes expanded image hosting, multiple logins, split A/B testing, and Google Analytics. And I'll leave you with some helpful resources. I'll start by explaining your expanded image hosting. The Email Booster Pack provides you with 10 megabytes of image hosting. Simply put, you now have double the space you once had. Even sweeter than that, there's nothing you need to do except upload to your heart's content. Now keep in mind that all images must still be JPEG, PNG, or GIF formats and must not exceed 200 kilobytes each. This is to ensure that your messages get properly delivered and so your email recipients will have a better experience by not having to wait for large images to load in your emails. Now let's move on to multiple logins. All standard iContact accounts have only one login. This means you can only have one session going at a time. With multiple logins, however, you can assign users their own individual logins and passwords, and then grant them privileges to control all or only certain aspects of the account. To add a new user account, click on the account settings in the upper right corner and select User Settings. Towards the bottom under My Users, click the Add a New User button. Then you'll give the user a login name. This is what they'll use when logging in at iContact.com. Next, you'll enter the user's first and last name and then assign a password. Keep in mind that the password must be between 8 and 100 characters, cannot contain the words password, iContact, or secret, and must not equal or contain the username. By checking this box, you can always control whether or not this user is allowed to log in at iContact. Next, you'll want to assign the proper permissions to the user. Creative permissions allows the user to see and edit the email and social tabs. Subscriber permissions allows a user to see and edit the Contacts tab. And analytic permissions allows a user to see the Reports tab. Once you've assigned the permission, click the Save button, and of course you would then provide the user with their login and password information. You can easily add more users using the same process. As the account owner, you can also easily edit or delete any user except the default user, you, the account owner. The next feature in your Email Booster Pack is split testing, also known as A/B testing. Split testing allows you to create two versions of an email and send them to a sampling of your contacts. By doing this, you'll be able to test differences in the messages to see which generate better results. You might already consider your email marketing to be pretty successful, but that doesn't mean it couldn't be better. Take time to split test your messages to truly hone in on what your recipients respond to. For example, you can use different subject lines to see which email has a better open rate, or you can test if moving a link to a different location results in more clicks. When the results of the test are complete, you'll be able to select which message to send out to the remaining contacts. In a split test, it's important that you only test one component of your campaign per test, such as subject line or time of day, and then make note of your findings so you can incorporate them into future campaigns. Remember, there are no bad ideas, but some ideas are better than others. You'll learn which ideas work best by testing. If you're struggling to come up with ideas for split testing, here's just a few. In your subject line, test different versions, action words, or dollar versus percent savings, for example. In the content, test the text-to-image ratio, button text and color, column placement or width, shorter versus longer content, or text and image size. Also try changing the call to action, but keep it in the same place so the test is valid. That is, you're testing verbiage and not placement. You can try testing out different from names. For your clickable areas, try different size images, buttons, links, and use those as your clickable areas. In the layout, test the number of columns, image position, pre-header, or try placing the unsubscribe link at the top. And finally, you can test different times and days to see when your subscribers respond the best. Now that you know more about split A/B testing, let's take a look at how it's done in iContact. The first step in performing a split test is to create the first split test message. You can create the message in Message Builder or Message Coder. For more information on how to create a message, please view our other video tutorials. When you finish creating your message, click the spam check button. Then, save the message as a draft. Now that you have one of the split test messages created, you'll need to create the second one. You can create the message in Message Builder or Message Coder. Remember, when creating the second message, you should only change one variable, such as the subject line or link location. If you change more than one thing, the results might be skewed. When you've finished creating your message, go ahead and click the spam check button. Once you've completed the spam check, click the Proceed to Send button. Then you'll select the list you'd like to send the split test to. In the Choose Sending Methods section, click the Split Test Radio button. You'll need to give the split test a name such as Email Subject Test. The email you just created will automatically be selected as version A. You'll need to use the drop-down under version B to select the first message you created. The split test will default to send each version to 10% of the selected contact list, which leaves the remaining 80% of the contacts eligible to receive the winning message. Now you can change the percentage involved in the test by using the slider. Please keep in mind that the more contacts you send the split message to, this reduces the number of remaining contacts that will receive the winning message. Click the Proceed to Send button. And then enter your initials. And finally, click Deliver Immediately. After waiting 24 to 48 hours, enough tracking data for opens and clicks should have come back to allow you to choose the winning message. To send the winning message, click the email link. Then, click the Pending Messages link. Finally, click the Send This Message button next to the winning message. It's just that simple. To view this video again, search for the Create and Send a Split Test message in our video tutorials library. Now let's move on to the final feature, Google Analytics. It's a little bit more involved, so we've saved it for last. For those who may not be familiar, Google Analytics is a service offered by Google that generates detailed statistics about a website's traffic and traffic sources and measures conversions and sales. It allows you to dive more deeply into your website traffic and marketing efforts. So you might be asking, well, what does this mean? It means that Google Analytics can track visitors from all referrers, including search engines and social networks, direct visits, and referring sites. It also displays advertising, pay-per-click networks, email marketing, and digital collateral such as links within PDF documents. iContact's Google Analytics integration puts the smarts behind intelligent email marketing. Our Google Analytics integration is an excellent tool to help you analyze your iContact email campaigns. iContact's integration with Google Analytics allows you to track the overall effect of your email marketing campaigns within the context of your entire online marketing efforts. You can calculate advertising return on investment, track cross-channel marketing campaigns, and customize reports. You can learn exactly which messages inspire your contacts to visit your website, read your blog, and connect through social media. With iContact's Google Analytics integration, you can automatically attach Google Analytics parameters to your iContact messages. You can customize source, campaign, and content parameters, enable or disable Google Analytics tracking for each message you send, and track results for an unlimited number of domains. Once you enable Google Analytics with iContact, your tracking data will appear in your Google Analytics account. Before integrating Google Analytics with your iContact account, you need to have Google Analytics set up to track conversions on your website. If you do not have Google Analytics set up already, you can sign up for free at www.google.com/analytics. After creating the account, you'll be provided with a tracking code. Copy this code because you'll need it later to add to your website. You'll need to add the Google Analytics tracking code to every page of your website you want to track. The tracking code should be added within the HTML before the closing head tag. Once your Google Analytics account and website are set up, you're ready to integrate Google Analytics with iContact. Simply click the Account drop-down and select Google Analytics Settings. Under Manage Domains, add any domains and subdomains you'd like Google Analytics to track. Be sure to enter the domain with and without the www. For example, if you were tracking iContact's domains, you would enter www.icontact.com and icontact.com. Once your domains are entered, the setup is complete. You can use the source, campaign, and content parameters to better organize your data in Google Analytics. This will allow you to view all data with the source of iContact, or filter them by campaign or content. The source identifies the site from which the message was sent. The medium identifies how the message was delivered. Campaign identifies a group of messages with similar characteristics. And content identifies the title of the message that will be displayed in Google Analytics. Now that you understand how the Google Analytics parameters work, let's take a look at how to send an email that can be tracked through Google Analytics. First, you need to create an email as you normally would. Once you have created your email, click Proceed to Send. You'll then be taken to the Select Your Target Audience page. Here you want to make sure Google Analytics is enabled. Under Sender Property, you will see that the default is the current iContact sender property you're using. You'll need to name a new sender property by clicking Edit to enter a different name you'd like to use for your Google Analytics campaign. And that's it. Just send your email and wait for the stats to roll in. When you're ready to view your results, simply log in to your Google Analytics account and begin tracking your email marketing ROI. Now, Google Analytics offers a plethora of reporting, and it can be a bit daunting for first-time users. So let's take a look at how to find where your iContact data lives within Google Analytics. Upon first logging in to Google Analytics, you'll be presented with an audience overview, which can then be filtered by month, week, day, or hour. This overview provides statistics on the number of users who have visited your website during the selected time frame, as well as how long, on average, they stayed on your site, the number of new visitors versus returning visitors, demographics of your audience, and what browser and device they're using when accessing the site. This is valuable information you can use to fine-tune your email marketing campaigns. For example, if a large number of your visitors are using mobile devices, you may want to create a mobile responsive email to ensure your messages are viewed optimally. The data from iContact's specifically can be accessed in a number of ways. The easiest data set to look at is accessed by channel. You can access this information in two ways, from the channel link or from the all traffic link, both located in the left navigation bar. To view your stats by channel, click the acquisition link in the left navigation bar and then click Channels. When the channel statistics load, scroll down the page and you'll see a breakdown of the stats by the various channels you're using. To view your statistics on a per email basis, you need to click the All Traffic link in the left navigation bar. Once the statistics page loads, scroll down and you'll see all the various sources you're using. Look for iContact/email source. If the iContact/email source is not visible, you can enter iContact in the search box on the right side of the page. This will isolate only the iContact email channel. Click the secondary dimension button in the search box and enter Add Content. Then click the Add Content result that appears in the search. The page will reload and the Add Content column will now be visible in the statistics grid. The Add Content column reflects the subject line of your emails. This allows you to see individual emails and the statistics associated with them. Just as you can see traffic patterns and revenue from an overall channel perspective, the Add Content dimension allows you to evaluate these stats for each individual email you sent and track using Google Analytics. Now, the default display only shows 10 rows, so if you want to see more than 10 emails per page, utilize the Show Rows dropdown to select a larger number. You can then review and compare all of your emails against one another and identify the top performing messages. These examples are two of the many ways you can utilize iContact and Google Analytics to gather data and maximize the ROI of your marketing dollars. If you have any questions on using these features, please feel free to contact us at 919-287-0060. You can also start a live chat or email support@iContact.com. Remember, you also have access to the online help system where you can search the knowledge articles, view the video tutorials library, and access the live and recorded webinars. You can also subscribe to iContact's blog for lots of helpful tips. Thank you everyone for joining and have a great day.